Ricky, hey, thanks for coming in. As you know, we need 2 new hosts this semester because of what happened.
Oh, certainly, Brad. After 5 seasons on the show, the longest of anybody else, I am certain that I am the most top contender for the position of host. I already picked out my co-host from the one-man show, remember? Checking in with the morning report. Oh, Mufasa.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to stop you right there. You should know we are not nominating you for host.
I respect that decision. But if not me, then who?
Rachel Crowe and Joey McManus. Why are you talking like that?
Rachel and Joey. Excellent choices.
Thank you. Ricky, don't try to manipulate people and take down the show because you're all quiet and southern now. You can't, this isn't House of Cards.
There are 2 types of news, good and bad. In this bleak world, people are desperate for any source of hope, and those who can deliver to them are revered as gods. For an anchor must be ready to get his hands dirty. For every caught terrorist, there's a wildfire. For every royal baby, there's a riot in Syria. The news is fast and heartless, and only the strongest deserve to deliver it. So let's take a look at my competition. Bill Vella and Jake Prasant, field reporters. I don't know which is which, and I won't until they give me a compelling reason to care. Dylan McCollum and Ari Anderson, expert analyst. Good to have a new lady around here, and Ari seems nice too. Justin Cordua, in-studio correspondent. Young, smart, and taller than a scarecrow in October. I simply cannot trust a man so tall that looking him in the eye requires a periscope. Zach Ehrlich. Let's just move on. I don't care to speak about traitorous scoundrels. Matt Newman and Zach Arch. Former hosts now come back as lowly correspondents. The last I heard is that they were dead. But this is much more upsetting. They were kings once. You know, I was preferred execution in exile. It's very hard to watch a man die, but it's much harder to watch him to pretend to feel alive. But these are tiny local headlines compared to our top story. I think it is time that I paid a visit to our new host.
Joey, snake only has 1 K, not 3.
Not if it's a racist snake.
Hello, Joey. Hello, Rachel.
Hi.
I want to congratulate you both on the new positions.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're really excited
couldn't be
about our
happier.
new...
Look at them. So unaware of the daggers above their heads.
Who is he looking at?
Does he think we can't hear him?
Joey, who looks like a schoolboy in a stop-motion Christmas special.
Kinda.
Rachel, whose parents were clearly cousins.
5th cousins. 4th cousin. 2nd cousins.
They are my prey, and I am a saber-toothed tiger.
All of those are dead.
Every single one. That's what extinct means.
Very extinct. Joey?
We should go.
Let's do one last thing. We're better than you.
But we still love you, though.
Like a weird uncle, which technically makes us weird brothers.
She's very inbred.
To breaking news. I'm Rachel Crowe.
And I'm Joey McManus. And what you may not know about us is, well, everything.
It's our first show, so we wanted our audience to get to know us, but we only have 45 seconds.
So to do that quickly, we're each going to read you our Google search history so you can get a sense of us. I'll start. What comes after 1 billion?
Is it wrong to throw out extra food while making eye contact with a homeless man and his family?
Is it normal to be scared of a woman?
Match machine results are legally binding.
Is Shia LaBeouf famous anymore?
How many geese in a gaggle? Because if it is 14 geese, I ran over a gaggle.
North Korea, South Korea. Difference?
Why are news segues always so forced? Speaking of the news, let's take a look at this week's top stories.
Toronto Mayor Rob Ford has declared a citywide Bob Marley Day. Rob Ford feels that he and Bob Marley actually have a lot in common, like not being mayor of Toronto next year.
A man was arrested this week for setting his apartment complex on fire after being asked to stop touching himself in front of open windows. Like my mama always told me, when God shuts one door because you're masturbating in front of it, you burn it all down.
A shop owner in Las Vegas was arrested for setting her shop on fire with 27 puppies inside. The police were ashamed and horrified to discover that it smelled delicious. Also, apparently her shop was also her apartment, and she was a he, and he was masturbating in front of open windows, and it was me.
Yeah. Vice President Joe Biden compared LaGuardia Airport to a third world country because both are places he has both woken up in after taking too much Xanax.
A 6-day-old baby who was abducted from his home in Wisconsin was found alive and wrapped in blankets at an Iowa gas station on the counter in the take a baby, leave a baby tray.
A Danish zoo euthanized a perfectly healthy giraffe baby out of a fear of inbreeding. It was the only way they could keep themselves from fucking the shit out of that giraffe.
And that's the news.
That's it. We're going to take a short commercial break, but we will be right back.
Don't touch that dial.
What?
I suggested that they avoid the dial.
Joey, TVs have not had dials for 80 years, and people have not had TVs since they invented the computer.
Yeah, it's an old phrase, but I'm bringing it back.
It's no longer applicable. It's nonsense. I'll have none of it at this desk. Say something else.
Fine. I hope everybody has a cowabunga break.
Joey, for God's sake.
Come on, I gotta bring something back.
Why do you think you're suddenly like a trendsetter of popular phraseology?
Because we're on TV?
Fine. You use an expression that's no longer popular, but pick a new one.
All right then. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Long live Germany.
Is that a Nazi thing?
Hey, it works. The Nazis used to be pretty popular and are no longer, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I won't bring anything back.
Don't. But we'll be brought back right after this. O-R-D. The Ouija board just said, "What's up, Gaylord?"
Damn it, Grandma. Oh, wait, we're back.
But wait, I still have so many questions. Like, how do I spell the word restaurant? And did Air Bud do his own stunts? And who really killed Lincoln? Will there be an Entourage movie?
Relax, Rachel. We'll finish with the Ouija board later. Now, let's report some news and show my grandma who the real Gaylord is.
It's always been you. You are the Gaylord.
Yep, still me.
Ted Cruz won a recent straw poll that suggests that he might be the frontrunner for the 2016 Republican nomination.
And if voters like him have as much as straw apparently does,
Joey, what's it like to be simple?
then I'll have no problem securing the nomination.
Jesus. Here with us is another GOP presidential hopeful, Colt Culkin.
Good evening, Joey. Good evening, Rachel.
Good evening. Would you like to start by introducing yourself?
All right, if you're sure that's necessary, Joey. My name is Colt Culkin, representative from the great state of Illinois, and one of the current frontrunners for the Republican presidential nomination.
Frontrunner? Really? This is the first time I have ever heard of you being a frontrunner.
Well, at this present moment, I'm technically not quite employed by the government. I sort of just woke up one day and wasn't a representative anymore. I was notified via edible arrangement of this unanimous decision, or what have you.
Yeah, it sounds like you were fired and you were never a frontrunner at any point.
Oh, Rachel, Joey, Rachel, Rachel, Joey, Joey, Rachel, Rachel, Joey, Rachel, it's all part of the great big machine known as Chicago politics. And believe me, that machine is about to come into contact with a software update that will cause it to become self-aware and float away into space.
All right. Do you have any comments on the recent scandal?
Oh, I know where this is going. I knew where this was going right from the start, Joey.
What's going? What are you talking about?
I knew you'd pull some gotcha journalism malarkey sooner or later.
Really, Colt, I do not think that this is going wherever you think it's
Fine,
going.
you roped it out of me like the ropey Richard Ropers you are. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Gate.
What is Gate?
Like you don't know all about the scandal wherein I intoxicatedly attempted to crash a government soiree to which I was not invited, but merely ended up crashing into a car in the front gate. Well, fine. You roped it out of me like a grade school gym class.
Oh. First of all, this is the first either of us are hearing about Gate. And secondly, that sounds more like reckless stupidity than any kind of scandal.
Oh, it's all part of the game, Joford. The game of computer chess played by the machine of Chicago politics against an old man in a park, and I simply refuse to believe this is the first you're hearing of this. It's been all over the place. I believe even Jay Leno joked about it in his goofy headline segment.
Jay Leno is not the host of The Tonight Show anymore. It's Jimmy Fallon.
It should have been me.
What? Okay. Look, on the subject of scandals, do you have any thoughts on Chris Christie's recent Bridgegate scandal? Do you think he's screwed the pooch, or can he turn this thing around?
Oh, he can turn it around all right, and I know exactly what his next move should be. 1, lose the weight. Next, gain the weight back, prove how stressed out he is. Take up smoking, which will help him lose the weight once again. Now that he's quit smoking, he's overcome something. Get caught with a mistress, one hot enough for people to be interested, but not hot enough for them to be jealous. Then leave her when she takes up smoking, because he can't have that sort of toxic influence in his life.
Yeah.
Send her to El Salvador and tell the public she was kidnapped. Then reallocate all of his funds to an experimental elementary school program that's not even in his state. Why? All will become clear. Shut down the George Washington Bridge and use it as the location of a fight to the death between himself and the El Salvadorian kidnappers, which he wins, inadvertently destroying the bridge in the process. Become very torn up about it. Take out 3 full pages in the New York Times for one single letter, S, which stands for sorry. By this time, 7 years have passed, and one of the children from the experimental elementary school will be old enough to drive him into the woods on a journey of self-discovery, from which he will return in 3 days under the new name Christy.
Colt, okay. Whoa. Look, we're out of time, and we need to get back to our show.
Yeah.
What? So soon? Why, well, I was just about to reveal some truly groundbreaking revelation of, I mean, never mind. I guess you guys wouldn't be interested, would you?
All right, bye.
You wouldn't be interested. No. You wouldn't be interested at all. It's too big for your small fry news. You wouldn't be interested.
No, we're not interested. See ya. Colt Culkin, everyone. Well, it's time for a commercial break.
As journalists with a capital J, we thought we would provide you with an exclusive report on what you will be seeing in between segments of this show.
Warning, disturbing images may appear.
Buy Coca-Cola.
Buy Coca-Cola.
Buy Coca-Cola now.
Buy Coca-Cola.
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 Buy Coca-Cola. Buy Coca-Cola. Buy Coca-Cola. Buy Coca-Cola. Buy Coca-Cola. Buy Coca-Cola.
Heavy News Presents Consumed is a show about food, but more so and more importantly, it's a show about people and the relationship that people have with their food.
We're going to dive deeply into issues such as eating disorders, food sustainability, and really examine how they define their relationships with food and how their relationships with food define them.
I'm a total foodie, so I think I eat to live.
I live to eat.
I eat to live.
I definitely live to eat.
First 2 commercial breaks, we're like rolling. We're, I don't know, we're, in all honesty. Yeah, totally. My name's Joey, and I'm speaking, I can't speak Latvian, but I can pretend. Would that be offensive? I don't know. I'm just keep talking so that we can. All right, I hope that this is coming through clearly. I'm dancing. Oh. Just dance. Should I dance? All right. That was so good. Hey, Rachel, you got a hot date for tonight?
I won't date you, Joey. I hate over-emotional people with rosy cheeks. Move on.
But obviously the producers thought we had great chemistry.
Look, Joey, I didn't want to tell you this. I was hired for my looks.
So what was I hired for?
Those sweet baby blues.
So it has nothing to do with my ever-growing intelligence, love of politics, fear of my mom, or great suits?
No, it was because of those 2 eyes.
Great, now everyone knows that I have... Oh, welcome back to Breaking News. I'm now Joey Mommyphobia McManus.
And I'm Rachel Sweet Cheeks Crowe.
The Sochi Winter Games are underway, and today in studio we have a special guest correspondent from Russian news agency RIA Novosti. All the way from Russia, Alexei Bagrov, and translating for us, Boris Yevdokimov. So, Alexei, tell us, how's life working for a news agency in Russia?
News agency is run by state. So you have to be very careful not to report wrong news. We report wrong news, so Putin absorbed us into state-run news organization, Rossaya Savodnya. So, respected news organization is now propaganda dispensary.
Okay, I translate. He says, working for a news agency is so fun. Haha. Like indoor soccer, or playing kite, or American hero Randy Jackson.
Randy Jackson?
Yeah, you know, Randy Jackson. He always say like, telephone, Randy Jackson.
You mean like the American Idol judge?
Yeah, he's huge in Russia. He's in all the commercials. Can you Randy Jackson now?
Okay. I think I've seen that commercial. Alexei, Sochi is calling a lot of attention to homophobia in Russia. What can you tell us about that?
In Russia, there is a national network that kidnap gay men, torture them, post videos online. It's no joke, called Occupy Pedophilia. It's like Punk'd, but with no pretty American boy to save you.
Okay, Alexei say, is all good in neighborhood.
Really? Because it sounded like he was describing something terrifying.
You speak Russian?
No.
That's why I translate.
But he was speaking English.
No, is some words, okay, sound similar, but they're not the same. Is common whoopsie-daisy of Americans.
Okay, well, Alexei, will you tell us about Sochi? There are a lot of concerns about the athletes' safety and the cost of the event and human rights. Can you weigh in on that for us?
In streets, they slaughter stray dogs. One of dog was my dog. Another dog was my son. I lift his lifeless body up from snow and I look at government-employed murder and I say, this is my son. And murderers say, he looks like dog to me.
Okay, he actually told a funny story. He said one of the men hired to kill street dogs shoot his son. And he say, oh no, this is my son. And man say, he looks like dog to me. It's funny because his son is very ugly like dog.
Because he's ugly like a dog.
All of this is terrifying. Are we getting this on tape?
What is terrible? It's joke.
That is not a joke.
It's more practical joke.
Alexei Bagrov and Boris Yevdokimov, ladies and gentlemen.
To get a closer look at the Sochi Games, we sent our correspondents, Matt and Zach, over to Russia.
Some of our longtime viewers,
of which there are 0,
may remember that Matt and Zach used to be the hosts of this very show.
They were everything, and now they are nothing.
We wish them luck on their trip, which we will be watching from this nice, warm, comfortable desk.
And we hope that they don't mind the loss of Zach's retainer.
Which we found in the desk when we got here and fits my teeth perfectly.
Or Matt's many prescription lotions.
Which we stole out of spite and curiosity to see what happens to his pale, oily skin.
Guys?
It's Taylor!
I'm telling you news.
What the hell are you doing?
was supposed to be on a flight like an hour ago to go to Sochi.
You know, now that you're saying it, it's making a lot of sense.
These guys.
Yo. Where do you go to Sochi?
You're supposed to leave an hour ago. When was the last time you were out of bed?
Last time I got out of this bed?
Yeah.
It was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was 3 weeks ago, and it was to go to the ATM to see I had nothing left.
And he got right back in that bed, didn't he? Yeah, he did! Look, I'll be honest with you. We're not going to Sochi tonight. That's just not happening.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not the way of the dice. What we could do, and this is for you, man. This is for you, Taylor. Like, we could shoot. Let's just shoot the same package.
There's no difference. What's the difference?
Just say Sochi at the bottom.
Here we are live from Sochi, Russia, and I gotta say, Matt, there is buzz in the air.
Yes, absolutely correct, Zach. I've talked to maybe 1 or 2 strangers.
And every single person I've talked to keeps saying Sochi, Russia is definitely the site of the Olympic Games.
It is all here, all the bobsledding, all the curling, indoor swimming. Is that? Do you think that all this snow is going to get in the way of the Olympics?
I think the snow's gonna get in the way of the Olympics.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of it, and it's looking pretty dirty.
With the speed skating, I know that the fastest way to a point is through a straight line. And I wanted to ask you guys what you were thinking about with gay marriage over in Russia. They killed us all. You know what I mean? If I had the choice, I'd kill each and every one of them off.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey! Where have you been?
What do you mean?
We were supposed to go out and shoot.
Yeah, we did go out and shoot. We came back here. I made some cereal and taken a nap.
Get up! Hey!
Huh.
What are you doing?
Taylor's being a dick again.
So we really have to go right back outside
Yes.
again?
Yes.
So we have to go back outside?
Yes.
I'm not going back outside.
What?
I'm not going back outside!
Oh my God!
No!
Oh my God!
F you, Taylor. F you.
Oh God!
I'm not going outside,
Go
Taylor.
fuck yourself.
You.
Fuck yourself, Taylor.
You.
You and the horse you rode in on.
Journalism is a lie. Journalism is real.
Nobody can do this.
Journalism.
Like I do.
Okay. Wait, can you hold this for a second? Cold season, all right? Wait, hold on a second. Get that guy's hat. See, proof. We're in Russia. Look at that.
That's hat.
Hat. You saw him?
For breaking news, I'm Matt.
And I'm Zach, and we're no longer in the studio.
Thanks, guys. Glad to see you landed on your feet.
Hey, Joey, what has 2 sets of teeth and a lot of opposing opinions about the structure of Western government?
Our next segment, Mouth to Mouth.
I was talking about my Franken dog, Colonel Crinkles, who's fascinated by geopolitics, but your answer makes more sense in terms of the traditional narrative of the show. So yeah, mouth to mouth.
Welcome to Mouth to Mouth.
Tonight's topic is marijuana.
States have legalized the use of medical or recreational marijuana, with Georgia and Florida moving towards legislation that would allow for cannabis distribution and use.
Bypassing the conversation of whether weed should be legalized.
We smoked a J with a homeless gentleman in the Common before coming here and had a really fabulous discussion about David Foster Wallace's theory on television's ironic influence on fiction writing.
The real issue is that the state's legislation comes into direct conflict with laws of the federal government.
However, the Obama administration's policy has been to not enforce drug laws that oppose state legislation.
But what's the point of having federal laws if they're not going to be enforced? It's like the old saying goes, if a person blazes a doob in a blue state, will the government who is already funding a secret war in Afghanistan have the resources to care?
But ultimately, the federal government has the power to overrule the states. It's like how we all know that M. Night Shyamalan has the ability to make a good movie. He just keeps choosing not to.
Look, Joey, America's like my body. Every part needs something different. You wouldn't shampoo Texas if only your Connecticut was greasy. You wouldn't take clozapine for your Idaho when you're only hearing voices in your Oklahoma.
This system makes no sense. We should dissolve state lines and become one super state.
No, we should enforce state lines. Why have only one super state when you can have 49 super states and Arkansas?
Well, then we might as well be different countries.
You are twisting my words, Josepher. The states would still be united. They would just be 50 independent states of North America united against a united America.
So in this new model, they would still be united, but separate.
Each state would have its own ruler. I will, of course, act as the supreme ruler, who all of the other rulers answer to keep everything in line.
And I could be the vice supreme ruler. Rachel, exactly.
Maybe.
And maybe because the supreme ruler will be familiar with all of the states, they can decide on matters that affect the United States of a divided America as a whole.
Our new model of government makes way more sense than the current one. Joey, are we geniuses?
No, we're patriots.
I pledge allegiance to the flags of the United States of a divided America and to the anti-republic of conspiring entities for which they stand, many nations under Rachel
and Joey,
are indivisible, with liberty and dues for all. Part of what makes this show so much fun is our incredible T-E-A-M-W-O-R-M. Our teamworm Sparkles. He lives under this desk in a plastic cup.
And sometimes on Rachel's chair when she's off poisoning people's tea to assert her power.
You let Sparkles on my chair, but he looks terrible on camera.
Yeah, well, so does Larry King, and he's on air all the time.
Not in my chair. Did you let Larry King sit in my chair?
It's the only way he'd let me borrow a dope pair of suspenders for the date after my show.
Your grandma was right. You really are a gay lord.
Rachel, that's offensive.
No, I didn't mean it like gay. I mean like Ben Stiller's character in Meet the Parents. Wholly unlikable and always on the verge of arson.
Well, I'll drink to that.
Me too. On behalf of all of us at Breaking News, have a lovely evening. Bye, Coca-Cola!
Bye,
Coca-Cola! Bye, Coca-Cola! Bye, Coca-Cola!